Hey, Facebook Live, it's your girl, Dr. V. Great morning. It is Monday morning at 3 o'clock. And you guys, honestly, I've been up since about 1 something, right? Then, of course, I went to sleep very early, okay? But I wanted to come on and just talk to you guys for a minute. I've had some major things happen in my life over the past few days. And so I wanted to kind of share some things with you guys that I've learned from the things that have been happening around me. I know it's late, right, or early, depending on your perspective. But listen, I just have to celebrate my the fact that I'm epic, right? A lot of times when people hear me talk about Epic, they hear me talk about the company. And yes, the company is absolutely amazing. But what I love about it is that it's providing me with the opportunity to really create the life that I want, the lifestyle that I want. So let me talk to you guys for a minute. So you guys I didn't go live yesterday at all. So we're going to pretend that this is going to count for my yesterday live. Okay. So Saturday, first of all, was absolutely amazing. I um, just enjoying the day from start to finish. I had a great time supporting a friend of mine. See, to me, that's a part of being epic. It is supporting those that you love. It is being able and afforded the opportunity to go and support others and having the resources to do so. That's to me, that's an epic life, right? So I ended up, spending the day. I had an amazing day. Um, Started out supporting my coach. Super excited that she um, reached a goal, but she still has a little left, and we're going to reach that goal too. It's going to be amazing what is produced when we combine our resources and our support to build up someone who's building us up. If you guys have followed my physical transformation at all, you'll know that she's been very key in that because she has provided me with an opportunity to develop a workout lifestyle. Now, I can't imagine my life not working out. So, to me, that's a part of my epic life. It's my workout. It's supporting my friends and their businesses. It is working out, taking care of my physical health. When you take care of your physical health, your physical body, like it is an incredible thing because you then have the energy to do the things that you want to do. You get the opportunity to enjoy your life. You get the opportunity to do all those things. And that is an amazing thing. Now, listen, let me fast forward. Sometimes things change, you know? You establish plans, they change, they shift. But when I tell you that God's hand is in everything, God's hand is in everything. I ended up getting an opportunity on Saturday to go to Safety Harbor Spa and Resort. You guys, listen, I love that spot. Like, that is my new favorite spot, Safety Harbor Spa and Resort. If you guys have not been and you're in the Tampa Bay area at all, or you want to make a trip, it is absolutely amazing. The food is incredible. The atmosphere is amazing. Like, it is just like, to me, that's like epic living, right? So anyway, I got there late and didn't get a chance to eat because I missed the time for the restaurant, but ended up just spending some time. I sat in the bar. I was having conversations, and there was a wedding party there. They host weddings. It's just an amazing event space. And so I just was watching the people who were a part of the wedding party and listening to their conversations and just seeing how they were interacting. And it was great, just to watch people, to people watch for a little while. So ended up going to a restaurant across the street. Food, incredible. Let me tell you something. I love food. Now listen, there's some things that you need to know about Dr. V. I love money and I love food. Okay. Listen, we can work with those two things, right? I also really love people. I'm not saying I don't love people, that's a given, but I love money and I love food. I really love to eat. I love good food, right? And so the food was incredible. I don't know what's been going on with me lately, but this is the second time that I have been out and had oysters Rockefeller. Now, that's not a dish I normally just eat, but it's something that I really have had a taste for lately. So I ate it, right? That's a part of my life, right? But today I got a chance to go back to Safety Harbor and to do it in the daylight and to enjoy the view because the view is amazing. Like, you literally can just sit on. There's like outside there is like they call it the wedding something something, but it's like the marble area. So anyway, you can sit and you can look at the water, see the water, these people riding their bikes, walking, all of those things. For me, that's a part of that entire epic life is creating the atmosphere that you want. And so I was able to go and eat and just fellowship and have an amazing time while looking at that scenery. Y'all, that is everything, right? Now, family to me is important. And yesterday, I had a chance to just spend some time with the guys, right? Um, with the boys. I always have a house full of boys. Like I've accepted now that it's my lot in life to have a house full of boys. So today I had my count was five. Today's count was five boys. Okay, my two sons and three of my surrogate sons. Right. So we were having a very serious conversation, and I got an opportunity just to talk to them about safe sex, about relationships, about how they carry themselves, and just spend time with them. You all, when you have young people in your life, listen, they don't need more judgment. They need more conversation. And so they know that they can talk to me and I'm not going to judge them. Now, I'm going to be honest with them. I'm going to give them honest feedback, but I'm not going to judge them. My focus is really on building relationships with them because I want them to know that no matter what they encounter in their life, they can come to me and they can talk to me. The fact that these young men talk to me about just everything, I'd be like, I didn't want to know that. Okay. But for them to have a space where they can have a conversation with an adult, right, who cares about them and wants the best for them is very important. So we had a very interesting conversation today, um, but one that was very necessary, and that was a huge blessing. When I came home, like it was the same thing. Like I spent some time with them. I'm really enjoying spending time with these boys because, listen, in Tampa, there have been a lot of deaths. Our teenage boys are getting shot down. And, I want to have every moment that I can to spend with these boys and to really pour into them and to remind them how great they are, how amazing they are, how epic they are, and their life is. And that's a passion for me. Now, for some of you, this may have sounded like rambling, but this is what I want you to know that you have a right to create the life that you desire. You have a right to not only be epic yourself, be your best you, be all that you were created to be able to shine, to glow, um, and be able to be authentically you. Like have real conversations with people, not with everybody, but you need some people in your life that you can have very real conversations with about the depth of what you want to do. Like it hit me today. Like when I say, like I'm Harriet Tubman, like that's not a joke for me. Like I really want people to be free. I want them to be free spiritually, emotionally. I want them to be free financially. I want people to be free, and it's deeply embedded in my core. It is something that drives me, and it has driven me. And I think that the crazy thing is that from the time that I was young, I knew that in order to truly be free, there were some things that needed to happen in your life. I can remember being 17 and telling somebody, you can go to college. Why can't you go to college? You can go to college. And them going, you know, um, that's me. That's my desire for people's liberation. And what I've realized is that I'm unapologetic about it. And I'm unapologetic about the way life changes. Listen, if there's nothing else that I've learned, and I remember somebody saying it to me and me being offended, like, why would you say that to me? Like, how dare you? But it's the truth, right? In the changes of our life, relationships change. It's a part of it. It's just a part of it. It is not personal. It is none of that. It's just a part of our life evolution. Embrace the change, right? There's another part. I'm a firm believer that God is always shifting and rearranging things in our life. so that we can have all of the ingredients for a perfect storm. What is a perfect storm, Dr. V? A perfect storm is when things and people align for your purpose, for you to get the breakthrough that you need to get, for you to be able to do what it is that you've been called to do. Today I was sitting and I was having a conversation, and I realized something God promised me a long time ago, something He told me a long time ago, like literally right before my eyes, was manifesting. Like I literally could see it happening. And I couldn't really see it before, but I could see it. And I was like, wow, God, all of these things had to be maneuvered. I had to go through this, I had to go through that, just in order for me to be in the right place mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, for me to have learned the lessons that I needed to learn, for me to be open to what God was doing and how God was doing it, and to be able to acknowledge what I want, to acknowledge who I am, to acknowledge that I am epic, to acknowledge that I want an epic life, right? And to detail what that looks like. To really be honest with myself about what that looks like, what it looks like in love, what it looks like and where I live, what I drive, my family, and how my family operates, and what I want. For the first time, I don't know how long, I made a decision, right? And I said, listen, I'm not cooking Thanksgiving dinner. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not cooking Thanksgiving dinner. I don't even want to be at home for Thanksgiving. Not because I don't love my family. I absolutely love my family. I'm grateful for my family every day. And I try to make it a point to spend time with them, to talk to them, to love on them. This Thanksgiving, I really want to reset. I want to be able to just spend some time and really spend some time with God, spend some time away, just really be able to get my mind together and plan and strategize and just let God minister to me. I don't want to be the ministering angel for Thanksgiving. Now, I know I will be, right? But I want to do it somewhere else. I made that decision. And it was so funny because when I was telling the boys, my son was like, that's a family holiday. You're supposed to be with family. I'm going to be with the Lord. Okay. That's my family too. Um, but I was telling them, I said, listen, this is a time for you guys. You can spend some time with your dad. You can go out of town. Like whatever you guys want to do, I want y'all to be able to do that. But mama is getting ready to take some mama time, some me time, and spend some time just relaxing. It's been a hectic year for me. And so I need that and I deserve it. So I just know that that's a part of my so ever growing epic life, right? Well, it's also my reward for hitting Founder 1000 and the company Epic, right? Which added some additional income. I'm not making any income claims or anything like that, but I'm telling you that the freedom that comes from just having a little extra money added to what you already have, and know that that money is coming. And not only for you, but to know I help my son do the same thing. So I help my son add an extra $500. Like, listen, son, you got a little extra money. Listen, you can do some things. That was huge for me because I want my son to understand at 19 years old that there's another way to generate income. You don't just have to work a job, and he does work a job. He's very responsible. He pays bills, like he's an active contributor in our household. That was our agreement when we moved. It was like, listen, we're taking this step. You're gonna have to be an active contributor. He was like, Ma, I got you, right? And he literally has every step of the way. So this week when he got paid, I said, you don't have to worry about paying anything. It was like, for real. And like he cleaned. Like nobody cleans like him. I'm just sorry. That's my cleaning child. But nobody cleans like him. And so, he had cleaned up the house for me. I was like, what? He deserved it. See, I want to teach them that, hard work comes with reward, that you can create the life that you enjoy, that they can create an atmosphere that works for them, period. And whatever that looks like for you, whatever that is that you desire, don't be afraid to acknowledge what you want, but also don't be afraid to work in order to get it. And that's one thing about me. I know I'm not scared to work for what I want, and he's not scared to work for what he wants. And so it lets me know that there's some lessons that my kids have taken from my life and from my journey. Why am I sharing this with you guys? Listen, some of you are afraid to be epic. Like you want to be average so bad, because average allows you to fit in. It allows you to feel comfortable. Like I'm good with not being comfortable. I'm good with, being different. Like it doesn't bother me anymore. Like it used to bother me that I was different. Now I embrace my difference. In fact, I work to be more different, right? I work more to stand out because like I don't want to blend in. Blending in is overrated. So I can not only be epic, but I can tell you that you can be epic. Now, listen, let me get a little close to y'all. Some of you are going to miss creating an epic life because you've gotten comfortable, gotten complacent. You've decided that you can't do more than you've already done. You've been hurt, so you're unwilling to open yourself up. You're unwilling to take a risk. You're unwilling to um, explore the world, explore yourself, explore what it is that you want out of your life. You've gotten to the point where you've given up on the things that God has shown you. You saw it and then you said, "Well, but it can't happen for me." But it can. But it's going to require something. So tonight, I want to do something. Well, this morning I should say, I want to do something because I know that um, it takes a lot to believe again. It takes a lot to love again. It takes a lot to try again. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, and the lot that it takes is courage. And sometimes we feel like we don't have enough of it to do what it is we've been called to do. But I'm here to tell you that you do. Like you can do this. You can believe again. You can love again. You can try again. You can build again. You can. You can. I'm living proof of it that you can do it. You can do it and you can allow all of your epicness to show up and you can create your epic life and you can have your epic relationship and you can have your epic business and like you can have your epic family. Like I want everything in my life to be epic, right? I want to have epic experiences. I want everything that I do to not be normal, to not be average. And what's happening is it's happening. Y'all, it's happening for me. I started to wonder, will it ever happen, God? I know what you said, but will it ever happen? Will it really ever come to fruition for me? Like I see it with other people and I celebrate them. And I'm not the one to be jealous. Like I'm gonna celebrate you, I'm gonna applaud you, and I'm gonna do what I can to help you to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. But God, will it happen for me? Will somebody do that for me? Will somebody help me accomplish my goals the way I help everybody else accomplish theirs? Will somebody lock arms with me and stand beside me and go hard with me and have the kind of work ethic that I have that I put in for other people? God, will somebody do that for me? And I'm here to tell you that you guys listen, you cannot quit, you cannot give up. Listen, yeah, it costs to be epic. It costs to have an epic life. It costs, but baby, you can create it. I'm telling you to know that I can literally walk down the hall and I've got two rooms full of teenage boys that I can look at and say, hey, they are safe. I don't have to worry about them being in the streets. I don't have to worry about, them getting hurt because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't have to worry about that because I've created a safe haven. But I did it not knowing how it was going to all come together, not knowing how it was all going to work. But I know that I want them to know that they have a place where they can be safe, where they can play the game, where they can do their YouTube videos, where they can make music, where, they can be who they are, not without responsibility because they do stuff like they'll take out trash. They clean. If you at my house and you stay a night at my house, matter of fact, you come to my house, you subject to have to do some work, right? That just is that's the cost, right? And I tell them that's the cost you pay to hang out here, right? You can't come here and escape responsibility. No, you're gonna have some responsibility, and there's some things that you're going to do, right? Because I never will encourage, especially not young black men, to not have responsibility. No, I shouldn't have to ask y'all to take out any trash. If y'all see some trash, y'all ought to be getting it and getting it up out of here. Like y'all ought to do that automatically, right? Teaching them, that you have responsibilities, right? And in the same way, listen, they're gonna make sure that I'm good. Like if I'm going somewhere, they want to know where I'm going, who you going with, what time you gonna be back. They think they my daddies. They not my daddy, but they love me. And this is the thing, you guys. When you have young men in your life, understand that, especially as women and single women, they're going to be protective of you. Something is wrong if they're not, right? But helping them to understand how to be protective, but their role is very important, because what you do not want to happen is you don't want a real man to show up in your life and your sons thinking they your man. You don't want that. That's a whole nother level of problems. So you got to be deliberate. Yes. Come on. Listen, listen. Yes. And I'm telling you, you all, listen to me. I need y'all to hear me. 2020 is not over. 2020 is not over. Some of you have already scrapped 2020, right? You've already scrapped it. But listen, let me tell you, we've got about 44 more days in 2020. We got about 44 more days in 2020. I encourage you to maximize those days and do everything that God has called you to do. When I tell you that it's not too late, it's not too late. Now, listen to me. Let me say this. I was having a conversation today, and it went a little something like this. I said, listen, my goal is to help people be financially free. My goal is to help people understand that regardless of who's in the White House, there's always an agenda, right? And so the best thing that you can do for you and your family is to create financial freedom. That means getting to the point where you have eliminated unnecessary debt, right? You've gotten rid of as much of your debt as possible if you're not debt free. I'm not the one to say that if you're not debt free, then that's a whole problem, because I believe that there is good debt, healthy debt, right? I believe there's healthy debt that you can use to build your business and things like that, pursue your passions, build your dreams. Okay. But I'm saying for your household, eliminating as much debt as possible, positioning yourself to be able to make the kind of moves you want to make. Listen, the stock market will crash. It's going to crash. It is going to crash. The question is not will it crash, it is when will it crash. And then the next question is, will you be in a position financially so that you can take advantage of the crash? Yes, it's going to crash. Some people are going to lose a lot of money. But will you be in a position to purchase stock so that when the market goes back up, you will instantaneously become wealthy? I'm telling y'all, we got to move differently. That means that you got to have capital. That means that you have to have liquid assets. That means that you got to be able to get to the money, get to the funds. You got to have a way of generating additional funds. And you guys, if all you have is a job, and there's nothing wrong with having a job, but you don't have a way to build liquid income, if you don't have a way to build additional revenue for your household, for your dreams, for your plans, for your passion, for ministry, for whatever it is that you want to do, that is a problem and that is an issue. And if you don't know that that's a problem and an issue, that in and of itself is a problem and an issue. Wealthy people do things differently. There's a quote that says that poor people plan for the weekend, right? And then it talks about the different tiers, and then it talks about how wealthy people plan for generations. They plan for legacy. Like that's what I'm on. I'm on some legacy stuff, but I'm also on, hey, let's meet our needs. Let's knock some stuff out. Let's knock out some debt. I refuse. Listen to me. I refuse to die with student loan debt. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. I refuse to die with student loan debt. Okay. That's ridiculous to me. That, you know, I did what they told me to do, what they said that you do in order to get to the American dream, and I die with 5, 6 figure debt. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. But if I'm not going to do that, then I got to do something different. And so that's what I'm doing. Listen, I'm a firm believer that there are many ways that you can accomplish a goal, and you have to find the way that works for you. I found the way that works for me, or the ways, I should say, because I'm a firm believer in multiple streams of income. Now, listen, check this out. This is how good God is. I'm just telling y'all, God is good. When you have in your hand something that can position people who may not have always made the best decisions, they may have had a sketchy background, They may have gotten into some trouble and gotten a felony, and now they have to check the box. And the infamous box. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? The one that often makes people feel less than, makes them feel like they keep having to pay for a crime that they committed, but they did their debt to society. They served their time, right? But every time they check that box, it's a reminder that though you're free, you're not free. Though you're free, you're not free because you have to keep telling people this, right? To be able to have something that can help them to develop a skill set, to be able to generate revenue legally is huge. Y'all, listen, y'all may think I'm crazy, but I have a dream. And my dream may not look like Dr. King's dream, but it is my dream. Have a dream. And my dream is that I would be able to help people who have been convicted of felonies but have served their time to be able to generate income that would allow them not to be dependent on the system or feel like they've just got to work a penny ante job just to be able to survive barely, right? My dream is to help people who are in the dope game but want to come out and still make dope boy, dope girl money, but do it legally, right? My dream is to help homeless people learn how to tap into a skill set where it takes a little bit of money to be able to get started and then build the revenue they need in order to go into a home and never experience homelessness again, right? My dream is to help the single parent that is struggling working 2 and 3 jobs to try to provide for their children. Because listen, this is the truth of the matter. Whether you're a single parent or you're a two-parent household, listen, you want your children to not just have what they need, but you want them to have what they want. To be able to teach them a skill set that would allow them to do that and eliminate a job so that they have time to spend with their children, to be able to enjoy them and embrace them and not just watch them grow up as you're passing in and out of the house, right? My dream is to help parents who have special needs children and they need to be with their child to be able to do that, but still have the money needed, not only to take care of their household, but to do things as a family that they enjoy. My dream is to help couples who've been struggling financially for years and it's put a strain on their marriage to be able to do something together that builds relationship and that also affords them the opportunity of spending time together and making money to be able to eliminate that financial burden that leads so often to divorce. My dream is to help those in ministry, pastors, apostles, bishops, evangelists, ministers, teachers, to learn a skill set that will allow them to fund their ministry and out of their household. Listen, having pastored, I know what it's like to take out of my household to pay bills for the church, right? In order for the church to continue, it's got to be paid. And if it's not there in tithes and offering, somebody's got to do it, right? My dream is to be able to help people not only get free, but to have abundance and overflow so they can pursue their dreams, whatever that dream is. And I'm not done. 2020 is not done, and I'm not done either. By December 31st, 2020, I will have helped at least 20 people add an additional $1,000 a month to their household residually. I will do that. That's happening, period, point blank, because there's a mission and a mandate on my life. And I believe that if you have a dream that you put a day on, It becomes a goal. And goals are achievable. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. Oh, I appreciate you, sis. Jacqueline happens to be a part of that, right? And she'll tell you, listen, when she felt like she couldn't, we said, you have to. You have to do this. Have to do this for you. You deserve this. And literally, I get to watch her grow in confidence, grow in skill. It's an amazing thing. See, to me, being epic is having the ability to speak life into other people and help them to see their own epic nature. See, I believe we all have the capacity to be epic. I don't think we all will. Some people won't choose it. Some people will choose regular, what I've been doing. Some people will dare to believe again, dream again, take a chance again, and do it in an environment where you are supported and loved and encouraged, a place where you're not judged, a place where you truly can accomplish what it is that you desire to accomplish. God is working and things are aligning for you. And the question is this: will you be an active participant in your own liberation? I choose to be. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I've helped 20 people add an additional $1,000 a month to their household. I am so happy and grateful now that, yeah, I'm so happy and grateful. What are you happy and grateful about? What is it that you plan on doing? What is it that you need to set a date on? Do that. I've got to get ready. We've got our 5 a.m. trade house. Listen, this is what I do, right? 5 a.m. in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. Hey, what you gonna do? Gonna trade Forex. Hey, gonna trade Forex. So I'm getting ready for our 5 o'clock trade house, but I wanted to come on and share that with you all. Y'all listen, I promise you, stay tuned to my life. Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Do not blink because you will miss some major things that are happening in my life. And I'm so happy and grateful to God for it. Everything is aligning for me to walk in the fullness of all that God has promised me. And what I'm telling you is that He's aligning things for you, but you need to be an active participant in your own liberation. We want to know more about how you can learn the skill set, how you can tap into the largest, most liquid financial market in the world that has never crashed. Let me know. I'll help you get started. And not only will I help you get started, I'll help you build the skill set if you allow me. So I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Mwah. Be blessed.